Hello and welcome back to my channel and my Satisfactory playthrough. Today I think we're actually going to work on some base organization and try to get basically everything in the entire factory up to the top floor so that everything's in one place and organized. I think it'll make everything easier going forward. So we're just going to kind of work on that this episode, and then toward the end of the episode we'll throw whatever adaptive frames and smart plating we have in the space elevator, and we will hopefully, we will get our milestone done for the advanced steel production too, so that in the next episode we can work on that. I think I pretty much have the footprint of this top floor down. Yeah, I think we're just gonna leave it like that pretty much. So we'll just work on, or this is only the second floor, what am I talking about? This is all production space. The top floor is gonna have even more space, so honestly, that'll be pretty good for organizing everything. Let's just finish that floor first so that we can see how everything will lay out with the walls. If I can just click the right thing here. Sometimes it's good to just, jump off that entire level because it's fun. I just get a little overzealous in this game with the sprinting and sliding and jumping thing, and then next thing I know I'm flying through the air. I think we have to kind of leave this right here, just because I can't stand when the dropship is literally flying up through the floor. That's fine. We still have plenty of space around this other side. That should give us enough space, possibly, for everything we've currently got. I'm basically just going to set it up like this with like each of these spots being a storage container so that it keeps it pretty neat looking, because you can always just stack more containers on top of each other. So other than the adaptive frames that we already put over here, I'm gonna basically try to like just go in order. Like we'll try to get the steel plates or the iron plates here, iron rods, and just kind of like that way until I get signs up, I'll know which is which. Actually, let's double check too in the MAM, because if we're able to research, I think it's under the quartz production to get signs. That would make it even easier. Or wait, no. It's in here. You had to have quartz research to get it, but the actual signs are in here. Okay, still unavailable. We have to do more quartz research. Which I don't think we actually had any, or like much left. Yeah, we only had 4 pieces left, so we're gonna have to find more quartz before we can go any further with that. So yeah, I think the best thing to do at this point would just be to keep everything in a position where like I know what order it's in. Oh, now the fun part is always just like figuring all this out because it'll start to look a little crazy. I'm thinking if we'll put this here and then we can do a splitter somehow here. Maybe we just have to rework this. That's probably the better way to do it. Like, what if we bring the conveyor out? Something like that. And then I'm just trying to figure out how to get a splitter on this for, I think if we do it like this it'll be better. We'll just put the splitter here and then if I can click the right thing. Wow, seriously though. Alright, so that like that, and then now the question becomes how do we get the rods out of here? I guess we can go like this, maybe. Okay, I think that works. Alright. We're just going to basically take this up and over everything that's here. We're also going to end up grabbing some of these. I suppose I want to do it something like this. This organization stuff, the only hard part is just figuring out how to get everything where you're trying to get it to, really. Without making the organization worse. So we'll do 3 there. Let's just try this. That'll be too steep. So try it like this then instead. Put those there, and then this one will move up. Am I not lining it up right? I'm not lining it up right. So then this one will just move up to 2 there. Can it go that steep? Yes. Perfect. Plates can stay on the bottom. And we just gotta get the rods over here. Which should be as easy as just doing this now. Grab more plates while we're right here. I can already tell I'm going to need them. Alright, so that gets them all over to here. They should be able... I think I'm going to actually bring them all up another rung, just to make sure that there's enough clearance on this ramp to still walk under these. And then of course there's the plates coming through here for the smart plating. Take that up even higher, I guess. That'll work. It can get over the conveyor there at least. That actually works because it puts it up high enough that we should be able to put all three of them into conveyor holes right here. Don't need to crouch under that, actually. Did a good enough job, I can at least walk under it. Need to put these walls on to reduce the chances of me just running off the edge, apparently. Alright. Okay, those are all working. We just need a couple more storage containers. Alright. So that's those 3 resources up here. So next we would be doing, let's see, we got screws. I think screws and reinforced plates next. Take them both out through conveyor holes first. Let's actually do a double conveyor here. We're gonna do one of these here, just to keep this up out of the way. Can you go where I'm trying to tell you to go? Alright, and then I'm just trying to see how all of this is going to end up laying out. This is going to be like up to there. So then what we'll do is we'll do couple more conveyor holes there, and then we'll do lifts. Can this do this? It can it? Pretty sure. This one won't work like that, but we'll just do it like, I can't tell if they're the same height or not. I can't tell. Good enough, because it at least worked. Actually gonna move them up another rung here, just because it gets them a little higher. I think they can do that anyway. Yeah. Alright, and then actually we'll go up top and do the lifts from up there. It'll be easier. Okay, and then we should be able to just conveyor them from there, I think. Out of plates. Good thing they're right here now. Oh wow, I put those down backwards. I was like, what? There's wanting to take the conveyor all the way around. Helps if you put them down the right way. Alright, next I think we're looking at the rotors, which are still way over there. That production line is still a mess over there. Okay, so it looks like we already have a line that was going part of the way back here that we can just hook onto, so that's a little easier than having to plan the entire route out. Alright, and then from there, let's see here. I'm thinking bring it in at like, can I get it all the way over here? That would be ideal. Okay, perfect. Okay, so that's too steep. That's fine, we'll just keep it at this level then. Let the lift do more of the work. Oh, we need more iron plates already. Alright, so I think we're going to run into an issue with that other conveyor clipping. Maybe not, though. Nice. Alright, so that gets the rotors up here. I'm trying to think what else we got. We still got the copper products and the frames are down there. And then the smart plating and the steel production, or the steel stuff. Man, what's going to be the best way to get this one out of here? It's not exactly in the most convenient place. What if we did that and that? That'll work. Still have to jump over them, but they're so close to the wall, there's not much option for getting them out there. Alright, so then we've got the... Wait, that's not gonna work either, is it? Because then the lifts will be... You know what we'll do? We'll do one of the 3 ones here. And then have these come out and go like that. That's too steep. There, that way they should be able to each have a lift taking them up there. Alright, then the only thing left down here... Oh, let's not forget that concrete there too. We have these, which I think we can probably... get over to here, and then have the concrete go there. Perfect. Alright, so we can go up on the top floor, get all those things up there, and then it's literally just the smart plating to get up there, and the 2 steel products. And then we'll see what we've got for the second phase of the space elevator and get that steel production, or advanced steel production milestone complete. That way next episode we can set that up. right. We might end up, yeah, I think we're gonna end up doing some of these containers in different spots now because it'll be more convenient. Alright, so that's cable. And then these two are going to be a little tight over here. But I think we can make it work. Alright, and then there's the wire and the copper sheeting. Then we had our concrete and our modular frames there. Well, let's see how we can make that work. Oh, again with the plates. Going through them really fast this episode. We do not need to shoot the rebar gun at the containers. That's not helpful. Yeah, I kind of thought that was going to be too steep. What if we do... Okay, cool, that'll work. Okay, and that worked too. So now... I guess we'll do one of these here. And that's going to be our concrete. And then another one here. Right. So next up, let's grab our smart plating there. the hyper tubes make getting around the factory quickly a lot easier. I need some rods. Alright, so it's just our steel products, which will probably come up somewhere right here. Right. Alright, so I'm pretty sure that's everything we have automated so far, with the exception of our biofuel, but we don't need that up here. So, that's pretty good. Let's gather up any more smart plating and adaptive frames we've got, and then the stuff for our advanced steel production, we'll run down to the hub and take care of that stuff. Alright, not too bad. Well, we're going to be over halfway there on the smart plating finally.
Milestone reached. The Miner Mark II allows extraction of resources from nature to fix it at twice the speed of the Mark I model. Miners can be directly upgraded to Mark II without removing the Mark I model, just like conveyor belts and other upgradable infrastructure. Unfortunately, setting up the production of advanced steel parts and project part number 3, automated wiring, will not be as easy. Every moment you delay reduces the chances of saving humanity. I will not show you the predictions, it would only demotivate you.
Alright, so I think we're going to do hyper tubes for our next milestone. We'll have to set up our advanced steel production first, though, because we need the encased beams. So, in the next episode, we'll be setting up that advanced steel production, and then hopefully finishing that milestone for hyper tubes, and that'll start making us get around the base a lot faster. But that's where we're going to leave it for this episode. I just wanted to get things kind of organized and lined up to get some more milestones and stuff done in the next one. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll hope to see you in the next episode.